Okay, guys, so we're going online, right? So welcome back. Um, we'll continue our discussion in the previous discussions. We continued talking about lists and one. So this class and then the next class we'll talk about lists, a few more things, and then we'll start dictionaries. So list comprehension is an interesting way to deal with lists in Python. So let's talk about that. It's a quick way to create lists in Python. So here is the format of list comprehension, right? So the expression goes over here, right? This is your expression. So this is the part that is going to be what your list is made of. Right. This is the for statement, and this is the usual for statement we have talked about in our previous classes. And this is the condition. So this is the condition that you impose on your expression, so that if you want to limit your expression in some way, as we'll see in the examples. So let's look at some examples. So this is again your expression over here, right? This is your for statement. And this is your condition. So now this is I. So you want I to be part of your list, and I is going to run over this range using the for loop. So it's going to go from 0 to 19, and then it's this condition. As you remember, this is the modulus. So only if the remainder is 0, I is going to be part of the list in only that case. So this is what you're imposing a condition on I. So this means that only even numbers would be part of your list. So therefore you get a list of numbers from 0 to 18. Okay. So this is an example of list comprehension. Let's look at another one. So in this case, you have a bigger list. So now this whole thing is your expression. Right, so you're basically creating a tuple of I, and then the square of I, and then the cube of I, and again your I is running over a range of 0 to 19, and then you're again only choosing even numbers. So you can see that I starts with 0, and then I is 2, so the next even number. So this square of 2 is 4, cube is 8, and so on. So you get all even numbers, they're squares and they're cubes in your list. Let's look at one more example. So this is related to strings, right? We've looked at numbers. Let's look at a string. So you start with a word and vowels, which are A, E, I, O, U. So now again, as we know that a string is an iterable object in Python, so you want to basically iterate over. So what you're doing is you're iterating over the word, which is your string solidarity, and then you're only printing out those characters in your string that are vowels. So you can see that O is going to be printed out, I, and then A, and then I again. So only these are part of your list. So this is an example of how to use strings. We'll talk more about the in function in the coming classes. So let's go to Donnie. So a quick example, again, just to go step by step and type everything in. So again, you want to create a list, let's say. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list of odd numbers, let's say from 0 to 100. So I, let's say, so now your expression for I in range, right? So what range you want to go to, let's say 100, or you can type 0 to 100, same thing, right? And then your if condition, right? So if let's say you don't put a condition over there, the condition is optional, so you get that, right? So all numbers from 0 to 99, right? 100 is obviously not included. So then if you put a condition in there, let's say I want only odd numbers, so I percent 2 is not equal to 0, right? So now only odd numbers are going to be printed out from 0 to 99, right? So you get all of these odd numbers, right? If you want to print out only even numbers, which we have seen on the slides, you can set this, you can change this to equal signs, right? So this was list comprehension. Go ahead and complete the exercises I posted, and ask me any questions. Email me any questions that you have. Completing again, the worksheet is due by the end of the day, right? And make a serious effort in completing it. It's completion grade. Don't worry too much about getting it right, because you're learning. I'm going to post the solutions anyways, but I want you to put a serious effort in the same way you do it in a class. Okay, see you. Bye.